Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Saturday, the 8th of April. So I shall be having three main bets today. It'll be the regular football bet, over 2.5, over 3.5, over 4.5 goals. We were a bit unlucky yesterday on Friday. I shall be having an each way Yankee with each way singles, doubles, trebles, and also an accumulator just to round up to make it to a round figure. Then I've also got a 10 pence each way lucky 63. So let's get into it. So the first bet is a 30 pence each way Yankee. This is the main bet. The first selection is Lion of War in the 150 at Musselburgh, paying 4 places instead of 3. The second selection is Silky Wilkie at 13-2 in the 3 o'clock at Musselburgh, paying 5 places instead of 3. The third selection is Pleasant Man at 10-1 in the 3:35 at Musselburgh, paying 5 places instead of 3. And the final selection in this bet is Akio at 7-1 in the 3:50 at Haydock, paying 4 places instead of 3. So as I said, I've also had 25 pence each way doubles, 20 pence each way trebles. I've had £1 each way single on all horses, and I believe it to be a 40 pence each way accumulator just to make it to a round figure. So let's get on to the next bet. A 10 pence each way lucky 63. There's a number of horses that I like, but so I thought I'd include them with the main horses or some of the main horses in the original bet. So this bet is a 10 pence each way lucky 63. The first selection is Dirty Old Town. I've left the price in the 2.25 at Musselburgh, paying 4 places instead of 3. It ran a cracker on this card last year over further. It's now in a different race over 7 furlongs. Hopefully, and it's extremely unlikely, hopefully it could get an easy lead. But there are a number of horses that want to lead. So with it running over further, I would like it, if it can't get an easy lead, to sit just behind the pace and then challenge from 2 hours. Doesn't really matter where it challenges from, just as long as it ideally wins. But yeah, that's roughly about 12-1. The second selection is Silky Wilkie in the 3 o'clock at Musselburgh, paying 5 places instead of 3. This has got a very high draw. I think it's drawn 14, if I'm not. I think it's drawn 14. It showed loads of pace to win at Kempton, and then it ran what I thought was just it set off very quickly, and then he eased it back, I think, and then I think it was just to test his top speed, because I think today he needs to get away and gone. He needs to grab that rail, which it should do, be away and gone, and then basically just hold it together for the last couple of furlongs. It's got loads of pace, and and that's the selection for that one. It's quite interesting that Sam Fielding doesn't take £7 off, because he has been riding it quite well. It's Clifford Lee that's on board today. The third selection is the nap of the day. It's Pleasant Man in the 3:35 at Musselburgh, paying 5 places instead of 3. The fourth selection is Akil, once again, in the 3:50 at Haydock, paying 4 places instead of 3. The fifth selection is Primo's Comet in the 4:45 at Musselburgh, paying 5 places instead of 4. And the final selection is Our Dicky in the 5:20 at Musselburgh, paying 4 places instead of 3. So now let's get on to the football bet. So basically, all I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you the teams. So I've changed the stakes very slightly, just to make it easier. I've gone for a £6 treble over 2.5 goals treble, a £3 over 3.5 goals treble, and £1 over 4.5 goals treble. So the matches are, so what you need to do is go to the over 2.5 betting, click on the match with Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest, and you need to go over 2.5 goals. Then move on to the Brentford Newcastle over 2.5 goals, and then Southampton versus Man City over 2.5 goals. That's a £6 treble. I think it makes just under £30. So if that comes in, it's the vast majority of your bet paid for the day. Then I've gone for a £3 over 3.5 goal treble. Same matches again. Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest, Brentford versus Newcastle, and Southampton versus Manchester City. And finally, a £1 over 4.5 goals treble. Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest, Brentford versus Newcastle, Southampton versus Manchester City. And that's all the bets for Saturday. So if you can just give me a like or subscribe or share the video wherever you want to do, that's fine. So the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.